Hello everybody, it's Louise Daniels. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK, and at the moment I'm living in a tiny little village called Sutton. I usually live in Retford, but as lots of you know, I was flooded out back in October. One day soon we may have a home to go back to, but not yet. Anyway, it's so cold and wet and windy out there, and I had a little look through all my stash and I thought, you know what? I'm going to introduce you to some of the items that are found on what Stampin' Up call our online exclusives. The very name tells you what it is. They're exclusive. You'll not find them in a catalogue. Hi Caroline, hi Lorraine. But you will find them by visiting a Stampin' Up website, preferably mine, louisedaniels.stampinup.net, clicking down Shop Now, and going on down, and you'll find the online exclusives, and under there's all sorts of things. I've delved you into a secret. There's some more coming out on February the 1st. But tonight, without further ado, because I don't think I've seen many things done with it, I'd like to introduce you to one of my favourites. It's called the Fluffiest Friends. Now anybody who knows me knows that I don't really go for sort of cutesy things, but these I think are really, really useful. I think they're going to be really handy for any sort of occasion, not just children's cards. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our Fluffiest Friends. Hi Mum. And there are, as it says, 9 stamps in the box. We have a rabbit, a bird, a beaver, a cat. I think it's a hamster, could be a guinea pig, not quite sure. No, I think it's definitely a hamster. And a bear. And the nest, some flowers and some little tiny bees. And one of the lovely things with this set is it comes with a set of dies. And I'm not going to get them all out because some of them are really, really tiny. I've surpassed myself tonight. But you basically get an outline die for all of the animals, a cave, there's all the animals, and all sorts of little bits of leaves and grass and a beehive, all sorts of bits and pieces. Now obviously these can just simply be stamped and cut out. So there we go, one little tiny bunny, there he is, ideal for anything. I'm going to bring in some blends. We're going to have a grey bunny this evening. As always, use the broad tip, add some colour quite quickly, on he goes, round his nose. And if you haven't found these, I'd love to know who's found these already. If you are watching me live, do let me know. Oh look, I can go round his little toes, down to there. Oh, he's holding a cupcake, ideal for a birthday or a christening, whenever you want to add something really. A little bit of grey around his feet, and then I think we'll do them all grey actually, like so. This is a smoky slate blend, and then I've shown you before, I'll just show you again. These come in a light and a dark, and what you do with the dark, I shall use the fine tip, is if you go along the edges that Stampin' Up have already created, like so, you actually add a little bit of shading to your picture quite easily. And oh, I've missed his ear tip there. This is the beauty of it. Hi Katie. This is the beauty of it. Don't forget, you can give me a little bit of love in the if you're watching this on a phone, or you can actually also, I want a pale pink, you can actually share this as well with your friends, so lots of people join us tonight. Oh, that's not very pink. Let's see, you can have a pinker nose than that. Let's see, this is the beauty of my new mat. I can see what colour it is. There we go, it's a bit pink, but it'll do him. Oh yes, it's very pink. It's got a sunburnt nozzle. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of brown for his cupcake case, like so. And we're going to have a little bit of yellow on his cupcake icing. Lots and lots of colours. And you can see straight away it's very, very easy to create something quite cute. But that's just really to show you what's available. I'm going to lift him up. Hopefully you can see him a bit better. It's very tricky for me because there's a bit of a delay and I actually can't see what's happening. Let me just lift him up and see if that's working. And there he is. So I'm going to pop him out the way. Now without further ado, first of all I did was I took another one of the online exclusive papers and I've cut the front of a card, and you'll see in the die set there is this shape here. I took it to be possibly a cave, possibly a door. I decided it was going to be a door, so I used, it's actually an older embossing folder. I cut the shape in pecan pie, and there's my piece of DSP, and I'm going to bring in a bit of glue, and I'm going to pop this about there, like so. And then I've cut out the most wonderful bear. There he is. And I think we should have a brown bear this evening. So I'm going for, oh, what's this colour here? This is dark cinnamon, so I must have a light cinnamon on here somewhere. Is that light? That's Cajun Craze. I think that'll be a bit orangey for a bear. What's this one? Oh, that's a nice, oh no, hang on, these look like bear colours. This is dark and light soft suede. So we're going for light soft suede, again just like I have done before. Add the colour, round it goes, over his eyes, round his ears. Quite a bit of colouring involved, but I'll show you some other methods in a moment. So this is just, and the beauty with the blends is if you can do it quite quickly, you can just, because it blends, because they're alcohol markers, they do literally flow. You really do feel like you're painting using these. And if you haven't got any, I suggest you buy just a couple of colours and have a go, because it's great fun. I'm going to do his foot like so. There we go. And I'm going to bring the dark in, and this time I'm going to add a bit more colour. I'm going to have the shade coming down this side. And what happens is you put a little bit of edging on, a bit round there, a bit under his chin, a bit under his arm. And then if you go back with the lighter one, it will blend all of that in, and you get a much more effective shade. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing there, like so. Just going to grab my snips because I've moved that when I'm die cutting. I'm just going to cut him a little bit finer. There we go, a little bit around this edge. But I mean, you don't need the dies, you could fussy cut them, but for once I've actually enjoyed using these dies. I'm hoping some of you, I'm introducing something to you that you haven't seen. There we go, you can see his shadings coming in now. I'm going to do his honey pot in dark Cajun Craze, like so. There we go, just like that. What colour shall I do for the honey? Do we think it should be yellow or gold? What do we reckon? Yellow, orange, I'm not sure. I'm just going to bring the dark one in just a little bit extra, and the thing is, because they're blends, you can just blend around him. There we go. I need a colour for his nose. Let's have a try. What colour should I have for his nose? And don't forget, if you are watching, to say hi and let me know what you think of what we're doing this evening. There he is, order his footprint as well. There we go, his little toes. You can get really carried away playing with this. I'm going to go for a bit of yellow honey, I think. There we go. There we go. And then pop the lids on, move all these blends out the way. So I've got this card front, piece of the DSP. I've made his door. I'm going to pop my little bear on the front here. I'm going to use some dimensionals. If I could find any, I would use some dimensionals. There we go. And I'm going to pop them on. I know some people prefer to trim after the die cut, but I quite like this. But before I do that, one of the little bits from the dies is this little tiny bit of grass, and I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of glue along this edge before I pop him on, just as a bit of grass at the entrance. And there he's going to go on there, and I haven't decided what I'd want this card for, but I will just bring in one of the other little stamps, because on here, I'll just pull him out, pop him out. Oh, there are some tiny little bees, and I just thought, you know what, I think it's small enough, we'll give it a whirl. I'm going to stamp them onto a bit of card just so I can see them, to make sure they're going in the right direction. There we go, a little bit more ink, and I'm just going to put him some bees up here. There we go, there's his little tiny bees come to play, trying to get the honey out of his hive. And then I think that would make a really sweet, I'm running out of space. I'm just going to pop that on here. Oops. Because I've been sort of thinking about, we've got so many lovely products. I don't run that many classes, but I want to share them with you, and I think it's an ideal time to do one live to actually show you something that you might not have discovered yet, because there's so much on the Stampin'Up website and so much in the catalogues that we really can't ever say we've not got enough. And there we go, there's my first little card of this evening, using our lovely little bear, his honey pot. He has got, I've cut him out somewhere, where's it gone? He has got a honey, one of them, a beehive, but he decided not to use that one. I thought that might be a bit excessive. So, and I will just grab a couple of sparkles, because you can never have too many sparkles. And I hope you like our little tiny honey bee. And our bears. Oh, I've just glued myself to the whatever. Let's try again. And I'm going to put one up there, and I'm going to put a big one up at the top. There we go. And I think I'd have a sentiment at the bottom, down the bottom. Let's see what sentiments I've got to hand. Have I got any? I could have something that says, oh yes, there's a nice one. This is out of the Thoughtful Expressions, and it just simply says, enjoy your day. I'll just find a block, and I'm just going to use a little bit of black. There we go. And I'm really loving my glass mat. It's so easy. If you haven't got one, do consider joining our team and getting your own, because I think it's a fantastic product to actually own. There we go. Enjoy your day. Little bit of a fishtail. Little bit of glue. And there we go. A just because card, just because I made one and I fancied making it. And there's the first. Oh, when I get my, I don't know what's happening with the gems tonight. They're sticking to everything but where I want them to go. There we go. Go on there. Stay, 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 stay. Yes. There we go. Enjoy your day. And that's the first of our Fluffiest Friends. So that was quite a straightforward little card. I'll pop him out of the way. And then the next one, again, got a piece of DSP. Got a gem that doesn't want to stick where it's supposed to. I've got a piece of crushed curry, which is definitely a colour. I don't know. Hi Fran. Hi Arnold. Hope you're feeling well, both of you. Good to see you sometime this year, hopefully. I'm using the background of one of these papers. And there we go, gold. Yeah, we definitely got gold honey. Good. Right, and one of the dies, and anybody who knows me, I know this is definitely not me, gives you a little tiny branch. Now, I was going to pop these on here like so, because there is a little stamp that creates a bird's nest. So I'm just going to grab a few pens. Oh no, I'm also going to do it with this one. I wasn't. I was going to slow down. I was going to grab a couple of ink pads. I've got copper clay and a little bit of an aqua painter. I'm going to use a palette on my Stampin' Up matte thing. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll bring it down so you can see. This is part of the Stampin' Up offering. It comes with this as your silicone mat, and you can use these like watercolours. There we go. Over the top we must go, and you can just paint with it. And all I've done is I've got water in my aqua painter, put a bit of water in my pen, and just add, there we go, and I can add a little bit more colour like so. And create this little bird's nest. And then that was copper clay. And then what you do is you bring another colour. We'll go with Cajun Craze, and as it's drying you can just add a bit more definition to your twigs, to your nest, like so. And I might actually add another colour in there. I've got a pile, you can see my desk, I've got a pile of pens here. I'm having great fun. I've decided I like colouring. I think it's the new me for 2024 and it's 2023. Right, so what I'm going to do, without further ado, I'm going to put very carefully a tiny blob of glue on the back of one of these branches, like so. I'm then going to glue my little nest into my branch. You'll wonder why I've got another piece coming up. You have to be ever so careful. This is the beauty of this glue mat though, you see, because you can do that, you can do that, you can get your glue everywhere, and then you can bring in your little cloth, you can wipe it off there so there's no mess, and you can use another clean bit of it just to press that down so it sticks where you want. And then as part of the dies, there are all these little tiny leaves. Now any of you that know me very well will know I really don't do fiddling, but I probably should have grabbed a pair of tweezers. I just thought they were so sweet. I've done them in Granny Apple Green by the look of it, might be Parakeet Party, and Shaded Spruce. And I'm just going to add some leaves to my tree. If you had time, you could do this really, really delicately and make it look really professional. But I'm just going to bob us some leaves on like so. And no, I don't want grass around a tree leaf. That really doesn't help us, Louise. I'm going to put one down the bottom. They are cute, aren't they, Kelsey? And Katie, I can just see all sorts of uses for them. Baby birthday cards, firstborn cards, welcome little one cards. And then there's the most gorgeous little bird. I hope you can see him. I'm going to do him. What colour shall we do you today? I'm going to bring in this colour here. What are you? Light Azure Afternoon. How's in the afternoon? And I'm going to make him a bluebird because I've been looking at blue tits. I think it could be a little cardinal actually. But he's lovely, and he's going to look like this. And he's going to have a little bit like that. And you can see I'm going to bring in the yellow. And has anybody already got these little stamps and dies? Because I think they're fun. Give them a little bit of a beak. And oops. And I do just need to find, and I can't see it, I've lost my link of Stella in the madness that is my desk. I'm going to bring out a little tiny one of these, dimensional. He's got a piece of leaf stuck to his head. Get out of the way. And then I'm going to just tuck his feet just under there, so he's just in his nest, like so. And then I'm going to just pop a few more leaves on. The other way to add your leaves is to just put your glue, a little tiny dot of glue where you want a couple of leaves. So I'm going to put a little 2 of dark green there and a bright green 3 there. And if I'd have thought this through, there's an ideal sentiment, because there's a sentiment that says happy happy spring somewhere, so I might not add a sentiment to this until I've decided what I actually want it to say. And you see, you can quite quickly, using these little bits of leaf die cut, build up quite an amount of foliage. And obviously if you wanted to do it at autumn, well, I suppose you wouldn't have a bird in a nest, mind, but you could just add some different coloured leaves. We have got various little flowers that could be added as well. And there we go. So there's another one of our fluffiest friends. There he is. I hope you can see that. I'll just bring him up a little bit. I'm just looking frantically. I can't honestly see my wink of Stella, but otherwise I would have put some sparkle. I might just pop a little few sparkles in amongst the trees anyway, in amongst the leaves. There we go, we'll put a little bit of sparkle. Oh yes, that looks pretty. You can never have enough bling, can you? One more. I wonder why we have to do 3s and 5s. No idea. There we go. So that's the second card. So we've got this one with our bear and enjoy your day, and then this little bird, who I think probably could have a happy birthday or a welcome to spring or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but anyway. And then finally, I'm hoping you can still see me because my camera seems to have gone a bit bonkers now. Wanted to show you something quite clever that you can do with these stamps. I'm sure some of you have tried it. So what you need to do is to decide who's going to be in the middle of your party. And I'm going to use the beaver. So he's going to be like that, right in the middle of my stamp here. And what I need to do is to decide who's going to be with him. So for the first one, I'm going to bring out the cat. And I'm going to just get a block, and I'm going to pop him on there, and we're going to go for the cat. And what happens is, you can use washi tape to hold him down. I tend not to, I just tend to hold him in place. You need to make sure you've got plenty, don't have him sticking to your finger. You need to make sure you've got plenty of ink on your stamp, and you need to go like so. And you hold him on like so. There we go. Don't worry about the poor little beaver that you've just stamped on. It doesn't matter, I promise you. And then I'm going to pop him out the way, and I'm going to have the little guinea piggy, effety thingy, what's it, doobry here. Bring in the black ink, and I'm going to pop that one over there like so. And then, just for a bit of effect, what you then need to do is, you can see I've got lots of these already cut out because I want to put the, now let me just move him. So you see, the thing is, I then can move my beaver. I can bring in my, I'm going to use blends because they're quicker. I'm going to bring in my blends, and we're going to have a gingery cat here. Round we go, like so. He's going to come down this way. His tail. I'm going to bring in a slightly darker colour and add a little bit of shading down here, a little bit down this edge, down his face, round on his ears, a bit here, like so. Go back to the lighter one and blend them in. And his little nose, like so. And then this little fella down here, I think he's going to be a bit more gingery. I think it definitely is supposed to be a hamster, I'm not sure. My hamsters were this sort of colour. Add a little bit of colour where you can, like so. I'm going to add a bit of red to the balloon. And then the beauty of it is you bring back a beaver that you made earlier, like so, that isn't all stamped over. I'm just going to quickly whiz down this side because I've done it again. Just have to be a little bit careful when you die cutting that your dies don't jump out. And there we go. I'm going to make him a darker brown. Find one. Browns unite tonight. There we are, colouring in my beaver now. I'll just do it as quickly as I can. There we go. And then like so, and then I just need to add a bit of dark to his tail, like so, bit of another colour, bit of edging around there. There he is. And what you do is you can see straight away, but before I do that I just want to grab the stamp with the little flowers on, which is also in here, and then I'm going to just stamp those down the bottom like so, just down there like so, and in my little palette of bits and pieces that I've already cut out, add a little bit of grass to my flowers. There we go, that's going on there. I'm going to bring in another little bit of colour, a little bit of yellow. And I'm very nearly at the end of tonight's Fandango, and I hope you've enjoyed watching, being introduced to our fluffiest friends. And then the last thing is to bring in some dimensionals, which I seem to have lost again. Oh, there they are, and pop them on the back of the beaver, who will then rise up against the, there we go, it's going to go on the top, up there, there he is, and he's up there, and then his little friends are hiding out behind him, and I'm going to just use a bit of glue and add that one to a piece of pumpkin pie DSP, which would then become my card front. And there we go. And there's some of our fluffiest friends. I do hope you've enjoyed it this evening. I've thoroughly enjoyed introducing them to our fluffiest friends. As I say, they are online exclusives. They can only be found online. I'll come back so I can see you, and hopefully, without further ado, I will be able to come back and you'll be able to see me. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you do want to know where these come from. As I say, visit my shop, louisedaniels.stampinup.net, and take a little peek. And in fact, I've got a little rabbit here. I could even add him down in the bottom corner just to come into the, in fact I'm going to glue him on and add him to the party. But they really are very cute. I think they've got lots and lots and lots of uses. And there we go. I'm going to pop the rabbit in that corner down there. And I hope you've enjoyed that this evening. It's been fantastic crafting with you. So do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!